We are live. I'm just going to get up the live chat if I can, which I cannot find anywhere. Comments. There we go. Jamie, lol, looks like we're going against each other, but since I can't hear, I dropped in to leave a like. Well, we can't. I didn't know you were streaming tonight. DJ's on board. DJ, how are you? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm just hoping a few other people jump on. I think last time I streamed last week, we had like 8 people like in the chat, which is like a third of my subscriber base, which is saying something. I mean, for a channel with at the time of 24 subscribers, and I've got 25 subscribers a week later. So to have 8 people on board was like something else. I just wanted to do a quick. It was going to be like an hour stream. Why are you feeling depressed, DJ? Tell me, man. You know, this is like therapy. Therapy for you, therapy for me. Therapy for everyone in our community. What's wrong, man? Is it because Scotland were knocked out of the Euros and England going through? Anyway, so basically, I was going to do a quick, I don't know, like 45-minute stream. It depends how it goes. If any more people jump on, online hate controls, I feel you, man. I've not really so you getting are you getting online hate just from being in a comment section? Because to my knowledge, you haven't got a channel. So are you just getting hate from people in the comment section, or have you got? Is it still on Facebook or Instagram, or is it something? Is it something obviously different to YouTube? Because on YouTube, I would have thought, people just in the comment section, just if you get a comment, it's just you just move on. But if are you putting yourself out there, are you doing something to get attention to yourself? But if you're getting hate comments, mate, just roll with it, because at the end of the day, if you're online, if you're doing videos, even if you're just on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're posting pictures, there's always going to be some fucking sad bastard who just wants to pull you down. It's just the way of the world. And I don't know how old you are, DJ. I mean, I'm 44. I didn't grow up in the world of social media, so I came to it late, and mate, the comment section of Verizon YouTube made take notes of it. Seriously, it's ignore it, because you're a stand-up guy. Everyone knows who you are in our community. You're like sort of a stand-up guy. Everyone knows. Piz knows you. I know you. All the guys in the community know you are. You're not just a fucking piss taker. You know what I mean? We all know you're a dependable guy. You know what I mean? So the people taking the piss out of you, just ignore them. Simple as. 27, yeah, exactly. So just ignore them. You are 27, so I suppose you have kind of grown up in that sort of social media bubble, because I suppose when social media became a big thing, which was like the late 2000s, you would have probably been, in late teens. I was like sort of already, early 30s, and all this, YouTube, Facebook. I mean, I got into YouTube 2009. I only had a channel this year, but I just, I put stuff out. I'm going to put stuff out there. If people criticize it, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, it's like, who cares? You've just got to let it slide. Yeah, it does. It probably does. But at the end of the day, mate, it's one of those things. You've got to look upon it. If you're putting stuff out there on a comment section on YouTube, the person who's knocking you, how fucking sad are they to be knocking you on a YouTube comment section? I bet they wouldn't have the fucking guts to fucking front you in the street in real life and say that shit. You've got to look at it. You've got to look at it that way. They're just gutless. these people who do this, they're the sort of people who wouldn't have, you would never have the guts to front anyone in real life. They sit behind the keyboards on the smartphones, typing shit, and you just got to ignore it. I know it sounds like a cliche to say ignore it, but it really is. It's like that old oh my god, it's like a Simpsons joke from an old Simpsons episode. Where it's like, just don't look, just don't look, don't look. If you don't look, they'll go away, and they will go away because they thrive on attention. And it's like, I'm not going to name any names, but our community has seen this recently, and you've just got to fucking just ignore them and put out your system or ridicule them. You know what I mean? They're just pathetic. So yeah, just as I say, you've just got to move on, mate. You know what I mean? Just do your own thing, and don't stop. Don't be deflated. Don't stop like commenting on people's videos. You're always on Satisfactory. You're always on Pizza stuff, and you obviously call on my streams now. Don't be deflated. Just keep doing what you're doing, because the little sad cases who fucking try and pull you down, they're just a fucking waste of space. Just ignore them. So anyway, moving on. What we're going to talk about Halloween Kills, because the Halloween Kills trailer dropped the other day. I know they talked about it on Region 3. It dropped just, I don't know, when I did Pizza's stream, I think just before the trailer dropped, so we didn't discuss it, but it's definitely sort of divided opinion. It's my opinion is it looks extremely sort of, it's gone for like the big set pieces. It's gone for like this sort of big sort of, Michael is this big bad, Laurie, Judy, it's Karen. Her name's Karen. Oh yeah, of course. She's definitely getting killed off in the next film. Karen. She's called Karen. She's definitely getting killed off. And Laurie's granddaughter, I can't even remember her name. It's setting it up for this sort of big sort of. I guess it's going to be another showdown with the three of them, but I definitely think Judy Greer is not coming out this well. I definitely think she's going to be killed off. Absolutely, I just don't see it coming through this, especially being called Karen. There's just no chance. I was actually going to try and set up a live trailer reaction. Well, it's not a live trailer reaction, because obviously I've seen the film, seen the trailer, but I wanted to just go through the trailer and just sort of like break it down a little bit. So I'm going to try and do a screen share if I can. So share screen, and it's gonna be Chrome tab, Halloween Kills trailer. So share. So I'm just gonna get my phone set up in case any comments come through. So bear with me a second. I know. God, my channel. See watching. Yep. So there we go. I'm just gonna put this through. Put my phone there in case any comments come through. So, first problem already. Why do they look so surprised at the emergence of ambulances and police cars? She's just started a massive fire at a house in a small town, which is going to draw massive attention from the local emergency services, and the first thing they do is go like, what's going on? What's going on? It's like, well, it's obvious what you've just set a massive fire in a house in a small town. I don't care if it's set back from the main town. It's on fire. It's roaring and blaze. Obviously, the emergency services are going to come, and you're acting all surprised. So yeah, there's my first problem with it. Right, Let It Burn. Okay. This is clearly, it's one of two things. So this is either a nod to Donald Pleasant's quote in the first film where he describes Michael as it. He says, don't underestimate it. Or she's referring to the house when she says, let it burn. So what do you think? Art, Art, which was that? Are you new to my channel, Art? Oh, we're discussing Halloween Kills, Art. Welcome to the channel anyway. Stick around because yeah, we're discussing Halloween Kills. I think she is referring to Michael rather than the house, but it's ambiguous. You know, you're not quite sure what is she relating? Is she relating to him or is she relating to the house? And is it a nod to Donald Pleasance in '78 referring to Michael as it? So you know, it's one of them. It could be either. I love the trailer. Yeah, Art. It's a good trailer, but does it show too much? Because that is, I mean, I've seen the trailer. You've seen the trailer. Obviously, it's our own fault, really, isn't it? If we watch a trailer and we say we've seen too much, is that our fault? I mean, obviously you've loved it, and I did like it, but there's a lot of people online saying, "Oh, it's shown too much," and you know what I would say is, yeah, but we choose to watch it. We don't have nobody's putting a gun to our head saying we have to watch the trailer. So maybe it's good business sense from them to do this. We don't have to watch it. So carry it on. Yeah, that's a nice shot. That is a nice shot. I don't really know. I mean, they obviously approach me at this point. Fuck that, man. I'm just getting in the fire engine. I'm getting out of there. Again, I don't know what this has to do with the Michael Myers of 1978. This is more Rob Zombie Halloween or Halloween from any film after. Oh, Law? Yes, cheers, man. I will probably be jumping on your show if that's okay. Just doing a little bit of a Halloween Kills, breakdown. Yeah, as I say, I've just lost the. There we go. I'm not quite sure why they wouldn't need that to tackle on. I'd say Michael is 63 at this point. So if Lorne, you'll probably just do a fist, a face palm emoji at this point. Why am I even asking this question? Why is Michael at the age of 63 more violent than ever than he was at 21 when he's been locked up for 40 years? Why is he just attacking random people when it was clearly, I know we've already discussed this on Piss's stream, but it needs addressing. What are they going for? Like, what was the point in completely removing every film after one if they're just going to make Michael like every single Michael after one? I don't understand. it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but you just left him and you didn't even check to see whether he was dead. So, yeah, I haven't I haven't said that. I have seen an argument that they didn't. Maybe we even discussed it. Maybe it was even discussed on Region 3. Maybe you said this, Lauren. I don't know. But if it was you or it was, I will say in defense of the writers, only one exists. So in that universe, Michael was shot, fell to the ground, okay, escaped, but then he was caught soon after. So in Laurie's head, I suppose, doing everything she did to him in the house and then burning it to the ground, she probably thought that was enough. But where did Lynn drive in the first movie? Yeah, DJ, that's the eternal question. Who taught him? And you know what? I saw a good answer to that. It's like, driving a car isn't that difficult. If Michael was getting driven around various detention centres or whatnot back in the early days before he became an adult, it's fairly easy to pick up driving skills. You know, it's clutch down, accelerator, brake. It's not difficult. So I don't think that's the most unrealistic part of Halloween. There are far more unrealistic parts of Halloween, like how we can just wander around a small town with a mask on and nobody sees him. But don't look too deep into it. But yeah, the thing is, Lottie was bleeding out after being stabbed in the stomach, falling off the balcony and Michael. Yeah, she did. Right. Don't spoil it, Lorne, but she's definitely getting killed in this film. Judy Greer is definitely getting killed in this film. I hope she gets killed in this film. You need some sort of payoff. You need some sort of there needs to be some real big build up to the last film. And I think the only thing you do that is to kill off the daughter. You're not going to kill off the granddaughter. That's not happening. I think in the final film, we'll see Laurie sacrifice her life, kill Michael, and then it's just the granddaughter left. Or How the Hospital 17 Halloween 2 DJ. Yes, yeah, I know. I am going to be doing a live stream on Halloween 2 tomorrow night, so please join me there. Yeah, Halloween is the only time I can. Well, I mean, they've got like a room full of newborn babies with apparently no security guards. Yeah, it's crazy. This scene really pisses me off. Right, okay, this really pisses me off because why are they showing a kill in the trailer? I mean, okay, nobody really. I don't know who this character is, but I think we can assume she was never going to be, a major character. But don't show him killing her because we don't. That's just ruining any tension. And if it's a good, looks like a good kill. Let's just ruin a good kill. Why do that? I know that like trailers now show scenes that aren't in the film, but this is clearly going to be in the film. Ah, fucking hell, man. Why did I watch this fucking trailer? Cheesy line, but whatever. This feels like the last film. This actually feels like the last film of it. It's got that feel of like a build up to like the final battle. So what they're going to do in the last film, I don't know. I don't even know if they've started with COVID. I don't know whether they've started filming Halloween Ends. But yeah, this kind of feels like a build up to like the final battle. But so where they're going to go with the last film, I have no idea. The money transcends. Yeah, this has been mentioned on Region 3. A shout out to Lorne or Piers, whoever it was. Here's the problem, right? So they tried to go back to making Michael more human and less supernatural in this timeline. So you go from one to this. But the problem with that is you're doing 3 films. 3 films. So you're doing Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. Now, over the course of those 3 films, clearly he's going to be shot, stabbed, set on fire, whatever craziness can happen to him. And he's going to survive all these things for a final battle with presumably Laurie or, the granddaughter. So he's clearly going to go beyond being a normal human being. So why even try and make him human in the first place? And now they're going down the route of this: the more he kills, the more he transcends. But is this like a new Thorn thing? So he kills, becomes more powerful? I don't know. I don't know. I think hopefully this is just not a major thing in the franchise or in this film, because it sounds a bit. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that at all, to be honest with you. So we'll just pray it doesn't get a bit stupid. The essence of evil. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that line, but that's kind of throwing that supernatural tag on him again a little bit. I don't know. It's almost like this sort of. It's almost like a religious it's like they almost like look at him in religiously, like he's just so evil, he's so powerful. What happens to just being a man? So he dies. So we can assume he dies as well, because he's not going to survive, is he? I doubt it. Right, I've seen it discussed on. It was either Screen Rant or Bloody Disgusting that they're going to see Michael's face, because she's saying, "Do you want your mask?" You aren't going to see Michael's face in this film. I don't think we'll see Michael's face at all. I think the closest we got to seeing Michael's face was in 2018 with that shot of him with his back to the camera. I think that's the closest we'll get, and that's the closest I want to get. I don't want to see a 63-year-old Michael Myers. I mean, Michael Myers now is bald, which I didn't like that. I didn't like this this idea of Michael, because Michael being bald for me is kind of it's almost like going bald. It's like a human condition. Human men, not all but most, go bald, and Michael went bald, and it's like I want him to be like between human and supernatural. So I don't want him to go bald, but I also don't want him to be ridiculously overpowered. But just go back to the chat. We could say that, yeah, maybe. Well, but we saw him. We saw him ask what. Yeah, in part 5, DJ, we didn't really get a clear look, did we? Because it was very dark. You see like an outline of a face. And that's the closest Michael ever got to being human as well, because Jamie kind of looked at him as if, she said uncle, and he almost became human for that moment. But yeah, and in part 1, but I mean, I like the unmasking in part 1, because I think I think I mentioned this in the live stream for Halloween. In a way, it kind of made him more mysterious, because you could put a face to the mask, and because he wasn't this crazy, freakishly ugly brute, like sort of like Cain and See No Evil. He was just like a normal young fella. It kind of made him a bit more chilling in a way, because he was just a normal guy he was just fucking evil as fuck. You know what I mean? He was just totally evil, and that just that brief glimpse made the film even. It actually made it more creepy, I think. Finally, it's a 2-minute trailer. I've been on this trailer for like about 10 minutes. October, but we don't know when in October. So I think it's about, is it like October 15th, something like that? Now click out of the Halloween Kills trailer, go back to the StreamYard. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I am looking forward to Halloween Kills, but I've got reservations. I do think that it could potentially be a bit of a disaster. I just hope that they don't sort of run out of ideas before Halloween ends, because I don't honestly know where Halloween ends is going to go. I don't know where that's going to go. I don't know how they're going to play that. Clearly, there's people online who know what happens in Kills. I believe that Judy Greer is going to die in this film, Karen. But there's obviously clearly people who know who would definitely what happens in this film. Hopefully they don't spoil it in the chat, but yeah, it's one of those. I honestly don't. I don't know how it's going to go. And what money is it going to do? Is it going to be a massive hit? Is COVID going to kick in again and it's going to be affected by COVID? Because in the UK we're meant to be coming out of COVID in the end of July, but if for some reason they decide, we're just going to lock down again for whatever, if that kicks in October, what are they just going to? Could they potentially just go to streaming? I don't know, and I really don't know where they are with the last film. I mean, is that due to come out at the end of October in 2022, or is that going to be put back by a year? I don't know, because with COVID, everything's changed. So anyway, on to another subject. She's going to hunt him down with a knife. There'll be a fight and a cliffhanger. Do you mean Jamie though? I'm assuming DJ, because she's got the knife in the trailer, but just how is this film going to go down at the end of the film? I think it's going to be in a hospital by the looks of it, but how are they all going to be in the hospital together? Is it going to be Jamie who's in a hospital in a patient's bed, and it's going to be Karen and Karen's daughter, whose name escapes me? I mean, obviously Michael's going to turn up, but I mean, how it's going to go? I just, if they do go down the route of Halloween 2, sorry for burping. If they do go down the route of Halloween 2, then why have they just removed Halloween 2 original from the timeline? Because if you're just going to go down the same route as that, then what's the point? You basically go into remake territory. So I don't really understand that move. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. It's at the end of the day, is it going to be as bad as Resurrection? No. Is it going to be as bad as the Rob Zombie films? No. So what's not to like? It's probably going to be better than Halloween 5. Will I like it more than Halloween 5? Probably not, because Halloween 5 is something that takes me back to my childhood. But it probably will be better than Halloween 5. But we'll probably still complain about it. We'll probably still, pick flaws in it. But at the end of the day, it's probably going to be a very, very well-made, half-decent Halloween film that was set up for the last film. And these films will make enough money that 4 or 5 years down the line, they'll probably do a reboot of Halloween again, because you can't keep on doing this timeline because Michael's too old. So I'm expecting maybe 6 years from now, a full Halloween reboot with, forget the Rob Zombie, it's going to go back to the old school, maybe set in the modern day, but it will be, the white middle-class family with a 6-year-old Michael killing his sister, and they'll probably just start going from there. Because at the end of the day, if this, the first film made, what's the first film? 2018 made a lot of money, and if the next two make a lot of money, then they're not soft, they're not stupid, they're just going to keep churning it out. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, I think we talked about Halloween Kills for long enough, so I'm just going to move on. I'm going to try and share something else now, if I can. Share screen. Comes up. And it's, this is from, I think it's Screenrant. Yeah, Screenrant. Why Halloween Kills is unmasking Michael Myers and what it means. Now, I think this is clickbaity, really do. Halloween Kills will unmask Michael Myers according to the movie's first trailer. So what does that mean for the sequel of Michael's arc? The first full-length trailer of Halloween Kills reveals the sinister Michael Myers will be unmasked. No, it doesn't. It does not at all. All you see is Laurie holding the mask in front of Michael's face, much like the first film. And these websites, they just love to do this. See, the brief moment of Michael's unmasking proves the Haddonfield town people will get the upper hand on the shape, at least briefly. Granted, trailer shows he will acquire many victims and stuff. People like, so it doesn't show Michael's face in the trailer. It simply shows Laurie holding the mask. By removing Michael's bit, it's almost as if the townspeople are reminding themselves that he's still human, despite the fact he seems immortal. Well, the mask acts as a shield, allowing Michael to lurk around Penguin Public as a terrifying monster. He was wearing a clown mask when he made his first kills as a child, so it's fitting it feels neat. I think they're overthinking this thing. I really do. Yeah, they're overthinking it. It's just clickbaity. It's Michael wearing a mask is just something that is, a plot tool. It's a plot tool. It's what you need in this sort of film. And to take him out of that mask, you've got to do it very, very briefly and irregularly as possible for it to have full impact. And the Halloween franchise has done that masterfully. It's the Friday the 13th franchises. They've taken Jason out the mask in most films, and I think that's lost. He's lost a little bit of his, not too much, but he's lost a little bit of his enigma. Because in one, we don't see Jason apart from at the end of that. Is it a dream sequence? We don't know. 2, we see him out of his mask. 3, we see him out of his mask. 4, we see him out of his mask. 5, it's not a Jason. 6, we see him out of his mask at the very beginning. 7, we see him out of his mask. 8, we see him out of his mask. So Jason loses some of that mystery about him. Michael has never, even though briefly he came out the mask in part 1, very briefly, and in part 5, and forget the zombie films where he's just walking around with that mask on. He's always maintained that, Yeah, Clippy says, yeah, they do. I think Screenrant, is it more reputable than some of the other websites? I used to go on Bloody Disgusting a lot, and Bloody Disgusting now is just, it's very, very sort of PC and it's very woke, and I try and avoid all that sort of stuff. But I don't know if Screen Rant is like that, I'm not really. I really could do with being, recommended some like really solid pop culture websites which do not do the clickbaity thing. Don't try and push an agenda. Just give us the facts about horror, video games, TV. It's most most websites now, they do go down the sort of woke agenda, and they're always trying to push something, and the clickbait is just, it's ridiculous. Especially when you scroll down to the bottom of these sites, and it's just a minefield of shit. But yeah, anyway, sort of, have I done this right? Nope. So yeah, am I going to share it again? Bear with me. Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely think that this is a little bit clickbaity, this Screen Rant page, but that's what they do now. That's all these websites do. How I Drank the Mask Halloween. Well, some people say 2/1. I say 1/2. I'd say one. I'd say you can't top the original. Yeah, the original's the best, and you can't top one. One, then two, then probably four. It's probably just four. No. 1, 2, 4, 6, 5, 8, 7. Because Halloween Kills had about 3 different masks, so I can't even be bothered going into detail with them because they were just too many to name. There's like a CGI mask in Halloween H2O. It's ridiculous. One more thing I wanted to do, I think coming up to 1:15, so I wanted to just, very quickly wanted to, and I did have a tab open for my IMDb page. If I can share that. Which comes up. And that's the one. Share. Yeah, so I'm just got on my IMDb page. So basically, a list of films that I want to watch or have watched, but I want to watch again. And yeah, I'm just kind of like in a bit of a quandary as to what to watch, because I've got about 100. I've got 86 films on this list, and I honestly don't know what to watch because there's just so many. There's so much. I've put a lot of crap on there, and I'm kind of like I really don't know where to start because I don't. Some of the films I've seen and some of the films I've not seen. I just want to make sure this is sharing okay. Yeah. So I've just put my phone on so I can. No, I'm still here, guys. I'm just. Just want to see the comments, if any comments come through. So yeah, my watch list is kind of like all over the place. So some of these films I've seen, and I don't know whether, if DJ, you're in the chat, if you can. I have seen Return to Living Dead 2. Carrie 2013 is. I don't really know where. Is that worth watching? Because there's literally, I've got so many films to watch, but like little time. VHS, I've heard a lot of good things about that. Alien Covenant I've seen, but I need to rewatch for a review. Visiting Hours is a film I've heard a lot about. It's like a hospital slasher film, which apparently is meant to be like really, really good, and I've not seen. And Michael Ironside's in it, which is always a good thing. Incredible Hulk, forget that one. It's the last Marvel film which I haven't seen, and I have no intention of seeing it. The Initiation is another film. It's like an early 80s, apparently a bit of an early 80s classic. And Soul Survivor, the same, 84, another film that I really need to see. Berlin Syndrome is a film that apparently is extremely underrated. And obviously The Cloverdge Killer is something that a lot of people have talked about. Alone in the Dark, obviously Donald Pleasence. But yeah, there's numerous films there which I have just really, really, really need to see. But there's just some of these films. I don't even think some of these films are available on DVD, even like streaming anywhere. I think some of these films are just lost on VHS. Captain Halloween, hello man, how's it going? You're a bit late because I am going to be closing things up soon, not too soon. Best Word Master to me. Best the original Resurrection. Best original Resurrection. Was Resurrection that good? I need to rewatch Resurrection because I watched that film back in 2003 when it came out. I probably watched it once more about 5 years later, and I hated the film. But I mean, I wasn't paying much attention to The Mask because the film was so bad. I mean, DJ, you've got to admit, the film it's not a good film. It's bad. It's really bad. But yeah, I'm with you on the original. I think the original is the best Mask. I still like 2 over Resurrection. 2018. I do like the 2018 Mask. I didn't mention that I was ranking. I think it's just up until the zombie films. 6, 4. Yeah, I think I put 5 near the bottom as well. But yeah, it's H2O. I mean, there's numerous masks in that film. It's just embarrassing. Yeah, but Captain Halloween, hello, man. I think, are you a new subscriber? I think I've seen your name mentioned in the chat in other channels. But thank you for jumping on board. I will be hanging on for about another 10 minutes or so. I'm trying to think what else. I was going to talk about the Karen trailer. If I can, I might just get that up in a minute. Anakin over 5. Yeah. If I just tab and go to YouTube. So you can still hear me. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm going to share the screen in a minute. So I think this film has got the potential to be one of the greatest good bad flicks ever made. And I'm just going to go back to StreamYard. I'm just going to share. I don't know if anybody's seen this. Oh. Yeah, it's going to be. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that, pal. Yeah, I'm probably going to be on Lorne's channel in a few minutes. Until, yeah. Learn. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to be on Lawrence channel in about 20 minutes or so because I think he's doing his community stream at 1 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock UK time. So yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Jess is in the chat. Thank you, Jess. Good to see you, man. Yes, I'm just going to put this Karen trailer on. I'm just going to try and share this shit because this is hilarious. This is probably the funniest trailer I've seen all year. I don't know if the sound's going to come out okay or not. If it doesn't, well, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear any of the audio? Tell me about your neighbours. They're black. I mean, Jesus Christ. Who the fuck is this aimed at? I can't work out whether this is an anti-SJW film or a pro-SJW. I don't know who is this aimed at. Oh, can't hear the trailer. Okay, well, I'm not gonna. I won't even play the trailer. I'll just break it down. So, if anybody's not aware, there's this film being released called Karen, and if you're not aware, Karen is it's like a meme for like a middle-aged white woman who complains about everything and who's like slightly racist. So they've basically made a film about a middle-aged white racist woman called Karen, and she has these next door neighbors who move in, and she basically, from what I'm gathering by the trailer, she does everything in her power to get them move them on, basically. And it looks hilarious. This has the potential to be like a The Room. I don't know how. I'm just hoping it's really really bad. I don't want it to be a good film. I want it to be really 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 bad, but in a really really good way. Just that scene where she says, "I have no neighbors. They're black." I mean, my God, that could be a meme. That's just a meme in itself. I just want this film to be so fucking bad that it's just gloriously good. But it looks like it's a very low budget film, so I think we could have another like a Sharknado on our hands here. A Sharknado for the SJW generation. I hope so. I know sometimes, but you really can't let instant souls get to you. You're just some weak punk card in Medicator. Yeah, Jess is right. DJ, absolutely spot on. You know, it's one of those things. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, you've just got to put it to one side. You can't let a bunch of well, it's probably just one idiot on a keyboard just trying to put you down. Just fuck them. Just tell them to fuck off. At the end of the day, you've got our back. We've got your back. You've got our back. You know what I mean? If it's in our community at the end of the day, and someone's doing this, let us know because we'll call them out. So yeah, fuck them. But anyway, yeah, the Karen looks like a glorious, glorious film. It looks like a glorious disaster of a film. I have no idea what if it's. I can't imagine that it's going to be going to the big screen. It must be going to streaming, but who the fuck is streaming this thing? I can't even imagine. But I don't even know if it's. I mean, I'm assuming it's making fun of Trump supporters, but people on the left always also going to be offended by it? I don't know. I can't really understand where it's coming from, but it certainly looks entertaining anyway. I'll certainly be checking it out whenever I can stream it. Anyway, it's 5 to 12, 5 to 1 UK time, guys. So I think Lorne's going to be jumping on in a minute. So I might just try and jump on his stream if he'll have me. But anyway, thanks to the chat, thanks to DJ, thanks to Jess, thanks to Captain Halloween, thanks to Art. Guys are legends. Thanks a lot, means a lot. And I will see you tomorrow because I am going to be doing a Halloween 2 live stream tomorrow. Touch wood, barring any disasters. So, yeah, see you same time tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys, and bye.